Reducing balance loans. Claire borrowed $595,000 to buy a studio apartment at 6.25% per annum reducible interest. She made monthly repayments of $3,925. The table shows the progress of the loan for the first 2 months. So if we have a look at reading the table, first up, I've got the amounts that Claire borrowed, which is the $595,000. I have the interest rate, and my interest rate is given to me in percent per annum. And what I need, though, is I'm going to need to write that as a decimal. So that's 6.25 over 100, and I'm going to write that as a decimal as 0.0625. Now, we're going to be working out monthly interest rates because we're looking at months here. So if I'm going to be looking at months, I'm going to have to eventually divide my interest rate by 12 to find out what the interest rate is per month. And what I also have shown in the table is that Claire is making a monthly repayment of $3,925. So let's have a look at this. The first question says, show how the interest of $3,098.96 for the first month was calculated. So the way I do this is I think about it as being simple interest. I equal PRN. Now my principal is how much I borrowed, which is $595,000. My interest rate is, as a decimal, 0.0625. And I'm going to divide that by 12 because I need it for 1 month. And my time period is 1 month. So if I work that out on my calculator gives me an answer of $3,098.9583, etc., which is to 2 decimal places because money is always given to 2 decimal places, and that is 96. So $3,098.96. And that's how the interest was calculated. So it's important to know how to fill in this table. So we know now how to find this interest because we have found it in the first part of the question. This column here tells us how much is owing before the repayment. So before a repayment, you have what you borrowed, your principal, and you add your interest to it. So together, that's how much you owe. And so this column here is the principal added to the interest, and you get $598,098.96. And the balance is when we make our first repayment. Now in this question, we are showing our repayment. So what we're doing is we have our principal and our interest, and we minus that repayment. And the repayment we are told in the question, and let's go back up and find it, we are told my monthly repayment is $3,925. So here I've got my $598 and I've taken away that repayment, and this is my new principal. That's now what I owe. So that number now goes into the beginning of the second month, and we do the exact same thing again. To find the interest, we're going to take my new principal now, 594,173.96, and we're going to multiply by the same interest rate, 0.0625 over 12, and it's really been multiplied by 1 month. And when I put that into my calculator, I get $3,094.66. Now to do this next column here, I add these two together and I get $597,268.62. And then I subtract from that my repayment. My repayment's always the same. So we start the whole process again, and now we have a new principal. We've got a principal of $593, $343.62. And then I do exactly the same again. I take that amount and I multiply it by my interest rate, and then I get my new interest. And we keep doing that until we have completed the entire table. So now you can see I've filled in the table and you can check that you have done that correctly. So part C, question C now says, find the principal at the start of the 6th month. Well, what it is at the end of the 5th month is the principal at the start of the 6th month. So if I was to put a 6 here, I'd just be writing the 526,854 cents. So that is the answer to part C. Part D, how much had Claire paid off the principal after 5 months? Well, to work out how much she's paid off, all I do is I need to work out how much she borrowed and subtract from that what she has left owing, $590,826.54. And if I work that out, I will get $4,173.46. And that's how much Claire has paid off her original loan. So part E then says, how much interest was paid in the first 5 months? Well, to work out the amount of interest, what I need to do is I need to add up my interest column. So I simply get out my calculator and I add all of these numbers together, and my calculator gives me a number of $15,451.54, and that's how much interest Claire has paid in the first 5 months. Thanks for watching.